Welcome back, troopers. We're doing another Bespin platform strategy map guide video. So, Bespin platforms is all about positioning, movement, and controlling command posts. In this Clone Wars strategy guide, I'll show you how clones and the Sith should play this map to secure wins in Star Wars Battlefront Classic Collection. So, we're going to be going over some different topics for that today. So we're going to jump straight into it. We will be going over command post strategy, factions overview, clones versus Sith, clone unit overview and tactics, Sith unit overview and tactics, winning strategies, losing strategies, and final tips. And then we're going to wrap up the video. So we're going to jump straight into the game. So we're going to be playing the clones first for 2 battles, and then showing the Sith for 2 battles. So I'm going to give you the breakdown for each one of these categories we're going over. So we got the map overview. So we got Bespin platforms. So they're basically floating platforms with open air, narrow bridges, and lethal drop-offs. There's definitely vertical gameplay, rewards awareness and positioning. Falls are as deadly as blast fire, so be careful and not fall off. Fast-paced map where momentum swings quickly in whichever direction. And ideal for aggressive but smart pushes. So whether that is from the ground or from the air. So if you take to the air, you might want to get to the enemy's command post from behind the enemy's lines. Otherwise, if you're going to take the ground approach, you want to really focus on taking the center command post and moving your way down the narrow bridges towards the enemy's command posts. So the command post strategy with Bespin platforms really starts with the central command post. So that's the most contested area. Controls movement between platforms and the best location to stabilize your team. The outer command posts, they're easier to capture but harder to hold. Excellent for flanks and spawn pressure. Ignoring them leads to quick reinforcement loss. And then you want to also rotate constantly, so static defense fails on Bespin platforms. So you really want to be aware of your command posts and whether they're being taken from behind or from the sides, and whether you're holding the central command post for the platforms. So factions overview. So we got the clones versus Sith. So clone army strengths are the superior mid-range accuracy, strong defensive potential, and jet troopers excel at vertical recovery and accuracy. So those jet troopers will definitely give you an advantage. You'll see me playing a lot of those. I'll be playing also the standard infantry clone and the rocket launcher, the jet trooper rocket launcher guy. So this guy, and then the one for the ground, so the more heavy, or the other trooper. So with the clone strategy, you want to really control the walkways, push together, and use grenades to focus enemies off edges and also contain them. So maximizing your grenade use and your launcher for your jet trooper is very critical. And then with your clone trooper, you really want to use your rifle for the open platforms or for engagements that definitely favor it. And then the ARC trooper, burst damage in tight spaces is good. You can definitely charge that with the ARC trooper. So definitely a lot of different things. And you can also snipe on the platform. So if you want to snipe from, a command post back from, like, let's say here or a different spot, you can do that, and you can definitely shoot different Sith enemies on the other team. So there's a lot of different strategies as to how to approach it from the clones. Now for the Sith. So the Sith unit overview and tactics, so they really consist of battle droid, super battle droid, droidica, those, the Super Battle Droid and the Droideka are the best, I would say, overall. There are the other units that are good, like the Sniper and the Grenade Launcher Droid. But Droideka and Super Battle Droid definitely lead the way on this map, and most maps in general. So, with the Sis, you really want to overwhelm from multiple angles. So, there's shielded pushes across bridges. You want to keep pressure on clone spawns. And, yeah. So, you're going to be seeing another game on how I approach the clone strategy. And all these games are to show you my perspective as how to win from the clones and how to win with the Sis. And it can vary, you know, person to person, but this is just the most effective strategy that I found over the years, as I played the original Star Wars Battlefront game back in 2004, 2005 on, you know, the PS2. So I've nailed these strategies down, and these have always worked for me. So that's why I'm giving you guys these opinions and giving you ideas to play units in different ways than you maybe don't really think of, or that you completely agree with me. So it's just very, you know, such a great game. Love the game. It's a classic, and you know, I want to teach people about how to play the game and enjoy it for what it is, because it's, I used to play this game like, what, 12 hours a day when I was like a lot younger. So it just, you know, it just really changes your appreciation for the game, because you understand it and you know how to play it. So with the winning strategies on this game, you want to control 2 or more command posts. Specifically, you start out with 3 on whichever side you are. So I think having at least 4 command posts is probably the lucky number. It depends on the map, obviously. The different maps have more command posts, so you might need 4 or 5 command posts to really push that reinforcement tick number in your favor versus the enemies. It'll go down a lot faster for the enemies if you have more command posts, and if you push them back quicker and contain them. So you really want to deny enemy movement routes, force fights near edges, and adapt quickly. Don't tunnel vision one platform or one area. You really want to look at the map, consider where the enemies are moving, and adjust course as needed. Sometimes you need to take, you know, some air to shoot down some of the, you know, and get to the other platforms if you want to get behind enemies' lines. So we basically won this game, but this was just another indicator of how to win as the clones. We're going to be doing another battle here shortly. I guess some losing strategies, what not to do, is chasing kills instead of objectives, standing near platform edges, and then getting a grenade right next to you in the radius of a grenade, and then that grenade explodes and pushes you off the platform, and then you die. Ignoring side command posts is really something critical to not ignore, because if you ignore them, then it just really pushes you out of the potential of what you can do with it. So, and attacking straight on without flanking is another losing strategy. So you want to really consider flanking. I mean, this map, you really have a better chance of pushing straight through, but you also want to consider your flanks on this map. So as you're seeing, is I'm playing the Droideka for the Sis. I am capturing the central platform for Bespin platforms, and we're gonna just keep pushing our way through clones, mowing them down with the Droideka's weapon. And I'm gonna show you Battle Droid, Super Battle Droid, and some other units. So yeah. So we're gonna push with the Super Battle Droid. Show you the rockets and the automatic gun that comes with the droid. I obviously love this droid. It's just so good, so powerful. It just mows down the clones, and it's just so strong. It just has everything going for it. So we're definitely going to be showing another battle with the clones at some point during this video, but I just really want to show you the different strategies and approaches that I do with this map and how I make it work. So, you know, especially if you have a cap that's being contested, you might want to put down some mines as one of the heavy droids. With the rocket launcher, you want to put down the mines. I accidentally threw a grenade. Accidentally killed my teammates there. So always a blast playing this game. So, but there's so many different ways you could just play a whole battle in the air and not even focus on the main platforms. I think that would be a mistake. I mean, if you're going to use some of the air units or air vehicles to get to the other platforms, that's fine, but make sure you're really watching the map and how it's playing out, and your numbers at the top of the screen will let you know exactly how you're doing. Green being for your side and red being for the enemy. So doing pretty good job. We're up almost 20 units ahead in terms of difference, approximately. Maybe 10 now, but we're still pushing them back, and we got 4 command posts. They got 3, so I'm trying to give ammo and health right now. So I'm like the medic essentially for the droids. And the cool thing with this grenade launcher is you can hold it to shoot further in terms of range. They're just throwing grenades left and right, so left and right, and I blow up there. So I'm just gonna keep going with this game. I'm just showing you the different command posts too, so if you need to pause the video to understand the names of the command posts, definitely encourage you to do that. And those names really will give you an indicator as to where to push and which command posts typically are the ones that will be pushed quicker than other ones. So there we go. Take out one of the clones. Air vehicles right there. So the back 3 platforms on either side of this map, whether you're the clones or the Sith, you do have air vehicles to use. You do have the faster fighter jets, and then you have the more supported bombers or firepower. So for the clones, you know, you have your typical, and for the Sith, you have the same typical air vehicles. So in terms of being in the air, if you are, the map isn't huge, so you really got to focus where you're going to land and who you're shooting at, and you got to watch out for the turrets, like the one that I'm in. I'm shooting you, so they are on either side, so it's equally divided in terms of where these are in the back. Three main command posts on either side for the sys and the clones. So if you're not aware of these, you're going to be shot down quite easily, and definitely suggest taking these turrets out ASAP if you're going to be in the air. So if you're not taking these out, you're going to be shot down quite quickly. So, and then your clones or sys can't move together as a group. So overall, we're going to push up now. Still doing good. We're about 15-20 units ahead. Still eliminating them on command posts. No, the tick marker isn't turning white on the top right for the red team because they're not down to 2 command posts. So if they're down to 2 or 1 command post, they are definitely going to start losing those numbers quicker. Same thing happens if you're on the clones and you do that same kind of idea against the sys, or for just any of the factions for Star Wars Battlefront Classic Collection. So I'm playing this game on the PS5. I know the game came out in March of I think it was 2024, but honestly, I think I didn't realize the game came out March 2024. Like, I think I got this game maybe 6 months ago, maybe a year. So I've had this game for a while. It's a great game, one of the classics, and when I saw it in I think the PlayStation store when I first came across it, I was like, there's no way this is like this is a game I need to get and showcase some battles and teach people how to play the game better and just what I know about it. So really appreciate everyone that watches these videos, and these videos do take quite a bit more planning in terms of ideas and scope for the actual video in terms of how I'm going to plan it. So just a bit more that goes in these videos compared to some of the other videos that I do on the channel in terms of planning. But anyways, back to the game. I guess some final tips with this map is awareness is better than aim. So always want to be aware of the map and where your enemies are, and understanding how many command posts are being captured and where your enemy is being positioning. And movement control wins Bespin platforms. Smart pushes beat brute force. So you always want to think ahead with winning the battle and how you're going to do it, and you're that much more likely to win compared to just thinking, oh, you're going to win just because you started a game and you're playing a super battle droid. Okay, I mean, great, but depends how good of a player you are, so it comes down to that. And I guess in the comments, I would like to hear which faction do you dominate with on Bespin platforms. So do you guys typically run the clones or the sys when you do pick that for this map? Or do you typically, what's your strategy behind that for the clones? Do you guys stick to the air? You guys go to the ground? You guys flank all the time? Or do you guys just kind of hold one command post or a certain command post or a turret and then just kind of go from there? Or do you just snipe? I mean, some people might just snipe the whole match. Because it's Bespin platform, so you just sit on a platform and you snipe the whole game and you don't worry about anything else. I mean, maybe that's what you guys do. So, definitely going to be doing another video of this caliber probably next weekend. So probably next Sunday I'll probably do another one of these. We're probably going to be doing Geonosis next. So I have some other videos saved up and ready to go. I just need the time and make sure that I'm putting in what I need to for it. So, and that I have it planned. So I'm going to jump straight into the middle cap. Command posts. There's just droidicas galore here. And a die. There's like 2 or 3 of them right there. So they got the command post there. So that was critical for them to get. I always like the jet troopers because of the launcher they have. And then the burst rifle. Very, very powerful. Comes down, the burst rifle or the one that recharges really comes down to how fast you can spam that trigger. So the faster you can spam it, the better. And then the launcher, you just reload it after so many shots, and that's your heavy hitter against the droidicas. And the super battle droids are just a cluster of the enemies. Sometimes you have a cluster. So it just depends. So yeah, we're about halfway through the video right now. So shown 2 battles for the clones so far. We've shown 1 battle for the Sith. So giving you that perspective from both sides in terms of how the battle is going to play. And I always like looking at the map. It gives you an idea of like how these games always play. Are they're going to be slightly different? Maybe the enemy is a little bit more aggressive. Maybe not. Or maybe it just depends. So got loads of droidicas up here. I'm going to try to take this command post. And really, your guys on your team won't push up unless you take out the droidicas or the other enemies. So that will really slow them down. So you gotta push up and take charge for the battle. That's how you're gonna win it. Is taking charge. So we are gonna get this command post. Just gotta push up a little bit more. See, it's blinking green and red. There's enemies here too. Throwing grenades. Here comes the launcher and reload. Droidica. And I push, the different commands for move out or all that, or follow me. And that helps. So those commands will really help you get up there with your guys on the team. So this is the extractor. That's the name for the central one, most central platform. It'll tell you the names as you capture or lose them on this map or any map. So that's another key thing, is you don't always have to look at the map. You have to look at, I mean, the map's going to tell you based off your initial spawn, and it'll tell you the name and what it offers. But if you don't want to do that, then you can, you know, also see the name, learn the names of the maps from the ones you lose and the ones you gain. So pretty critical things to know. This game's just about halfway done for this one, so making a lot of good progress here, pushing these droids back. You gotta push them back. So, and if you guys want to see any more of these map strategy guides, or me to give you an overview of like maybe some different types of videos, maybe different vehicles I prefer or things like that, let me know in the comment, or the strategy that you typically do for this map or other ones, or your favorite maps. Because I always like talking about this game and the maps that it has and the strategy and the different vehicles you can play. So always happy to discuss with anyone about that. So don't be shy. I'm happy to learn more and happy to discuss and just have a good time and have some fun along the way. That's what it's all about for me, you know. And hoping others have as much fun as I do with these games as I've had for years with some of these games. So it's always nice teaching somebody else that's willing to learn something or learn a strategy or a certain thing on the game. It's priceless. Just gives them more perspective as to how to approach other things in their life. So, you know, just maybe the medic for the clones. So he's got a blaster, pistol, and an arc blaster. So you can hold an arc from your blaster and charge it, and it'll be more powerful. That icon top left is going to turn green if you hold it, and if you get it all the way to the full bar, it's going to definitely take out a droid. It might not take out a droidica, is they have a shield, so that might be an issue, but it's definitely going to weaken their shield if you get contact on them. See, I just killed a droidica with that. I just held it. We got 70 kills this match. I'm going to play the sharpshooter. I'm just going to show you how that works. The reticle is pretty cool on the sharpshooter for the clones and for the droids. Definitely recommend you guys taking a look at that. And then you have the self-destructing robot, and the one where it'll essentially, if you explode that robot, it will essentially shoot a beam from a, what is it, from a ship from the map, and it'll target that specific spot for like 10 or 15 seconds, 5 or 6 shots worth, maybe potentially worth of shots from a ship, from like a capital ship, whether that's the clones or the Sis. So really neat stuff. So we're just about done with this game. We got a couple more games with the droids to round out the game and this video. Make sure to hit that like button on the video and comment. And we're closing in on actually 2,200 subscribers on the channel. So, you know, I appreciate every one of you that watches these videos and interacts. And that, as a part of the community. It really is, a community effort to keep going with all these videos. So I always appreciate you guys and gals, support for the channel. So we are going to push the center command post to the extractor one as the droid launcher guy with the mines and the grenades, and we're going to just kind of try to hold this center. So you just noticed we lost the depot and the landing, the back command post, because of how that works. So our numbers are going to start dropping significantly because we only have 2 command posts. Now the green number counter at the top left, or not top left, top center, is going to start ticking down considerably, because now we only have 2 command posts, so that limits where our units can drop by, and yeah, that's going to be an issue. So I'm trying to push towards the Republic's side, or the clone side, to get their command post to push it back. So we got the I think the depot or the supply back, or landing. Got one of those back command posts back, which is nice. So I'm going to pick off some of these guys on the bridge. I definitely like the verticality with this map. You definitely have higher points and lower points. The back platforms are at a higher elevation, especially the back corner ones. The central one is even with the central platform elevation, so that is consistent. So it just adds some more options, and it's just nice because having different spots you can shoot at, or elevations, is just cool. So this, I'm showing you first versus third person right there as a droid. You can swap it if you prefer first person in this game, great. If you prefer third person, seeing your overall character, great. The first person will show your gun and your personal viewpoint from that unit that you're currently operating in. So just taking these turrets out so we can push the other caps or command posts. So yeah, we're making progress. Now the enemies are losing considerably, a good number of units. I'm going to push them back. I took out both of the turrets. Also with the air vehicles you can lock on. It's like the same thing with holding down for the grenade launcher guy. For the droids, you hold it down, but this is a lock on because you're putting your cursor over it, and then it'll lock on to that air vehicle for like the clones, etc. So if he's in the air, you can just lock on them and it'll take him out. A couple shots of that rocket, which is pretty useful. Heck, almost shot me there. For the ammo. Got him. So, almost done with this game. I think this is going to be the last one for the droids that I show you guys. Might be one more. See, but hope you guys enjoy it. The map strategy, you know, analysis that I've given for Star Wars Bespin platforms. There is a Bespin Cloud City. I did do a analysis on that. So definitely gonna have some more map strategy guides coming, you know, each week. That's what my goal is to do, is more of these. So if you guys, you know, if we can get this up to, let's say, maybe 20 likes and maybe 200 views, it'd be great. And, you know, I'll try to make sure to keep pumping these out weekly. I'm going to spawn at the depot. Kill the jet trooper right there, and we're going to take the back command post platform. Nobody in the turret, which is good. I'm going to just take this, take the landing. We captured a command post. Yeah. Love it when the droids say it, or the clones say it. Just so... such a morale booster. If you're a Star Wars fanatic or nerd, or you even enjoy it slightly, you'd probably enjoy it as much as I do. Or you might even enjoy it even more. I mean, that might be the main course for the battle. Is we've captured a command post. Or the other one that I think of is in Galactic Conquest is another good one. You know, in Galactic Conquest we battle our enemies, so it's just a classic, you know, catchphrase from the announcers for the game, for the battle. So it's a blast. So yeah, I think this is gonna be the last one, so we're wrapping it up. This is our last battle for the video. Showed, I think it was 2 or 3 for the droids and 2 for the clones. So yeah, make sure to hit that like button, consider subscribing, and yeah, let me know what other Star Wars Battlefront Classic Collection maps you want to see me do map strategy guides for. And yeah, this is Dark Architect 18. I'm out. Hope everyone has a good day, and we'll see you in the next YouTube video. Thanks. Peace. Bye.